So first I'd like to point out that since we started the second game, the title screen is actually changed here, and you got art of Lake Juliet and the older Ashley. So that's a neat touch. Welcome back to another Code Recollection. Last time, we took out the first bit of another Code R, Journey into Lost Memories, and today, we're picking up from where we left off in the middle of Chapter 2. Yes, we were told to go in this direction, and we had an argument with, another girl. Didn't really like her character. I'll probably pull some sort of redemption arc, but we'll see.
Whoa! It's beautiful! So this is Lake Juliet, huh?
Mom. Mommy! I remember. Mom brought me here. Someone's there.
Understood. We'll talk again soon.
Ah, yes. No one will find you there.
What's up with that guy? Is that who Gina told me about? A suspicious man in sunglasses hanging around the boathouse. What's he up to?
We have company.
You're the bag thief!
The sunglasses guy is very much gonna hear that.
Stop right there!
Wait, how did he not hear us yell?
Huh?
Hear us run past, but not... Oh my god. You sure he didn't go this way? He likes to break into places, and it says keep out. Lawrence mine closed. This must be the mine Tommy mentioned. It says keep out. I better not go past here. Is that the same Lawrence from the first game? We did read about a mine. I bet it is. New character. This guy. Blah blah blah. A suspicious-seeming guy in a black suit and sunglasses, which is practically the uniform of a suspicious guy. He must be the one that Ian and Gina warned me about at the campsite. Tommy also mentioned this guy, and it does seem weird that you would wear a suit to go camping. What's his deal? I'm super curious, but Gina and Ian told me to stay away. I didn't mean to accidentally ship him, so I'll stay focused on the boy who stole my bag. Sounds like a plan. Oh, how's our map looking? We are here. I will no go into the mine. I guess we'll go this way then.
Where?
I thought that was something on the ground, but it seems to just be a patch of light.
Huh?
Could he have gone in the shed? Yeah, it seems possible. In fact, we might be able to shed some light on this situation. Abandoned building. It's got boxes, it's got buckets, it's got a button. A wheelbarrow. Yeah, this thing is a rusty mess. Most of the paint's peeled off, too. Anything about this on the map? What kind of building was this?
Huh?
What's all this junk? Got wheels. Is that an old rail car?
Hmm?
Helmet, battery, camp stove, flashlight. I guess this is a supply shelf? Doesn't seem like anyone's using this stuff right now. Huh, this sign says keep out. People aren't allowed in here? Am I gonna get in trouble? No comment about that thing on the wall. Alright. Anything up? A little window.
Oh?
Where could that kid have gone?
Huh?
Was that someone's voice?
What?
That's a voice. No way. It's coming from inside the well? Could that be Wells from the first game? No, he's long past. Looks like this rope snapped.
Help! Somebody help me!
That's that kid.
Get me out of here!
What are you doing down there?
Trying to hide, but I got stuck.
Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go get someone. Just hang on.
Wait, no! Don't!
Uh-huh.
I can't get you out of there by myself. I'll get the forest ranger. And once you're out, he'll arrest you for stealing my bag.
Oh, please, not Dan!
Are you really gonna be picky about who rescues you?
I'll give you your bag back, please! But if you call Dan, I won't tell you where I hid it.
What's with this little jerk?
Good question.
Help me, and you'll get your bag back. I promise.
Fine.
Seems like we're taking a chance either way.
The well's so deep. How can I get him out? No way I can reach all the way down there.
Come on, hurry up and get me out of here!
Well, maybe we can get him up instead of us going down. If we can just get him up, that would solve the problem. And you know, springs are bouncy. What he needs is a well spring.
Can you climb up the wall?
There's nothing to grab onto.
Got it. Just a minute.
Well, there is this snapped rope. Really, you don't want to untie the rope from the tree? I mean, I know it's snapped on this end, but you can still see if it's long enough to lower down to him. And by these logs, by these rocks. Oh, this connects back to the other building that he broke into.
Huh.
The hole's been fixed, in a way. Looks like Tommy's handiwork. He clearly takes maintenance issues seriously. Except prior to the break-ins. Alright, any inventory items? I don't think my pendant is long enough to lower down to them or anything.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, I'm supposed to light the well up? The gas?
Nuh-uh.
Worth a shot?
Sorry. Got it.
I think I need to go back in the shed and get the lamp then. Oil. We'll fill the well with oil and he can swim up. Cardboard. Oh, I thought we would end up using the lantern, but I guess there's a flashlight. See, cardboard solves everything. It isn't turning on. Maybe these batteries will work?
Oh.
Hey, a lantern. But I don't have anything to light it with. That's the reasoning.
Huh?
These are for camping. They're out of fuel.
Ah.
Maybe this'll work. There's a battery next to the
How
helmet.
about this?
Might work if I can just connect this. Although I didn't click on this glass bottle. All empty.
Huh?
Fuel cans are empty. Alright, so I got new inventory items, and it seems like I might need to combine them. Galley logo on the batteries. They're dirty, but not necessarily dysfunctional. You put batteries in the flashlight. What if I do this? Battery slots into the helmet. Still didn't work. Does that put it back on the shelf? No, but it seems to be absent from my inventory now. I guess that was a red herring solution? Like you might find the helmet in plain sight, and then you think it will work, but then since it doesn't, you have to find the flashlight. Flashlight with batteries.
Can you see now?
Yeah, and I found the rope.
Okay, great. Now toss it to me and I'll grab it.
Here it comes. Hut.
I should be able to tie this off somewhere, then drop...
Whoops. I cut her off, but you get the point.
this. Alright. Yes!
Can't believe he roped me into this.
Can you reach the rope?
Yeah, got it.
Good. Now can you climb up?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it's either that or I get the ranger.
Oh, that was rough. I was freaking out down there.
Well, maybe next time don't climb down a well. That's dangerous.
Yeah,
But what?
there was nowhere else to run.
And maybe you shouldn't be running.
You wouldn't have to run if you hadn't stolen my bag.
Yeah, but
There's no excuse. That's not all you did. Swiping food from the guest house?
I only stole your bag because some lady asked me to.
He's working for someone? I thought he was trying to give me a sob story. Like, I was fully expecting this to be like, you know, he has a terrible home life. He's constantly running away. We've heard about this. And, like, you know, in order to fend for himself on his own, he steals food. And that's the only way he can get by because home is that bad. But he's a pawn?
As for the food, well, I was just so hungry. What else could I do?
Not to mention you implicated a dog in your crimes.
Hey, That dog followed me.
It's not your dog? I fully expected that to just be his pet.
Listen, do you understand that what you did was wrong?
I do. Really. It's just... I've got a lot going on in my life.
Okay, now we're getting the sob story.
I guess that's what happens when you run away from home.
What? How do you know about that?
Oh, I know more than that, Matthew Crusoe.
Who told you my name?
This screen did.
Dan said you were reported
Well,
missing.
yeah, Dan said that, but
So-
you get the point.
Why'd you run away?
That's none of your business.
What's the matter? Why do you look so down all of a sudden?
Yeah, he shouldn't look down now. He should have looked down earlier. Because he was in the well.
Well,
That's what I say. He was in the well.
Matthew?
Yeah?
It's okay. You don't have to tell me why you ran away.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you haven't told me your name yet.
Oh, yeah. I guess not. I'm Ashley. Ashley Mizuki Robbins.
I'm sorry I stole your bag, Ashley.
Well, speaking of stealing your bag, some
Who's
lady...
this woman that told you to steal my bag?
No idea.
Why would she have you do that?
No clue.
Well, did you give her my bag?
No, I hid it in the boathouse. That's where she said to put it.
And you say a dog just followed
so that
you?
wasn't your dog? I hope it's not a stray.
It was near the campsite. I only played with it for a minute, but it started following me all over, and now it's wandered off.
How did you get into the storage room? The door was supposed to be locked.
I used the key card. It's my dad's key card.
Your dad's key card? So, does he work in the guest house?
No,
Then why would he have that card?
I don't know, okay? What?
Look, I don't care who told you to do it, but it's never okay to steal.
But I had to. I had no choice.
You're still making excuses? You can't do stuff like that.
I mean, like, maybe if this woman held you at gunpoint or something.
Running away is a bad call too. Your family's gotta be worried.
I mean, Ashley knows what it's like to be at gunpoint.
Trust me, they're not. My uncle even knows I'm here. And he's still not coming to get me, so...
Your uncle?
My dad's brother, I live with him.
What about your mom and dad?
They're not around. My mom got sick. She passed away. And my dad, he went missing 5 years ago.
He went missing?
Yeah, and that's why I'm here. There's something I need to do.
What do you mean, something you need to do?
I'm looking for clues to where my dad went. That lady made me a deal.
Let's see. Dead mom, missing dad. Sounds familiar.
She said if I stole your bag, she'd tell me about him.
You're looking for clues? What sort of clues?
Can you keep a secret?
Yeah?
Okay. The truth is, my dad didn't go missing. He was abducted, and I'm searching for him.
Abducted? For real?
We're talking about kidnapping, and this music is just so... You know... La 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 la.
For real. Ashley, my dad's rich.
Really?
Yeah, crazy rich.
Okay. And?
That makes him a target.
And 5 years ago, he was abducted from here.
By who?
Isn't it obvious? A gang of kidnappers.
Wow, Sherlock.
Uh-huh. And then?
The kidnappers demanded a ton of money. But my uncle couldn't pay them, so they never let him go.
Well, they took the guy who had the money.
He's been missing ever since, but I'm sure he's still alive.
And you came here looking for clues to where he might be.
Exactly.
So your dad's rich, right?
Super rich.
Then why didn't your uncle
My
pay
dad
the
is
ransom?
Richard.
Well, my dad's rich, but my uncle isn't. Plus, he doesn't have the key to my dad's vault.
His vault.
I'm telling the truth. My dad's so rich, and he was abducted. And I'm searching for him. Because he's rich and...
And?
Ashley, you believe me, don't you?
It's not that unreasonable. But I don't have the option to believe him.
You're just making up stories.
What?
Your rich father was abducted by a gang and held for ransom? It's just so far-fetched. You've gotta be making it up.
Ashley, please reconsider the fact of what happened to you 2 years ago and then reconsider how ridiculous he sounds.
That stuff happens in movies, not in real life.
Right, just like meeting a ghost boy, helping you find your lost memories, and saving your dad who was locked up by his former friend, and your aunt who was, chained in a basement.
Just stop making up stories and apologize. You gotta grow up one of these days.
Just feels so weird for this to be... I mean, I know it's been 2 years in this universe.
If you just
But,
have the maturity to apologize...
It just feels so... what's the word? Like when you're not aware of yourself, it lacking in self-awareness.
How old are you?
Huh? I'm 16.
16, huh?
Yeah? Why?
You're only a little older than me, so quit acting like you're so much more grown up.
What?
You're just like everyone else.
Matthew! You ran away. Maybe I was too harsh. Hey, wait, where's my bag?
He said it was in the boathouse. Anyway, of course, that gives us an update. Matthew's dad, who disappeared without a trace 5 years ago. He was super rich and got grabbed by kidnappers. Supposedly. Matthew's uncle won't pay the ransom, so his dad still hasn't come home. At least that's how Matthew tells it. Sounds like a little too much like a movie to me. Alright, again, Ashley. Like, check yourself. Just to be extra sure here. Yeah, we still got... There's a lot of distance between the first and second paper crane.
Matthew...
Not here. Where'd he go? What do I do now? Guess I'll go to Dad's place. You don't want to check the boathouse for your bag, where Matthew said he hid your bag? Wonder if it would let me.
Ah.
There's Tommy.
Yo, Ashley! Hey, I'm sorry about earlier.
No worries. I'm already over it.
Thanks for being cool about it.
Did you find the music player?
No, not yet.
I hope you find it soon. Hello. You were at the camp earlier, weren't you? I forget your name.
Janet.
Janet Rice.
I'm...
Ashley, right? I heard from Tommy. So you got into a fight with Elizabeth, huh?
I got angry and said some stuff. Probably went too far, though.
Don't worry. She's always that way.
Oh. Wow.
But getting into a fight the first time you meet her? That's brave.
I thought the same thing.
You're both friends with Elizabeth, aren't you?
That sounds like a stretch.
Yeah?
Wow.
You're thinking, how are they friends with someone like that?
Precisely.
Almost word for word.
Well, we know the real Elizabeth. She's really talented. Plus, she's got a great taste in music and killer style.
That's why the three of us started a band together. And we entered our band into a contest.
Yeah!
So what's this contest you're in?
I was gonna ask about the band first, but my finger was on the control stick.
Is it the Big Deal Band Contest?
That's it, yeah. That contest is the quickest way to get a recording contract.
You want to get signed?
Of course.
What do you two play?
I play guitar. Janet's on drums.
What about Elizabeth?
Keyboard and vocals. We're really just doing it for fun, though.
Not true. You play guitar like a rock star. The girls that come to our shows all swoon over Tommy.
Oh, come on, knock it off.
I mean, he did say for fun.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not sure that contradicts that.
So these two are going to be in the contest too, but so is Elizabeth. I play guitar too.
Oh, yeah? Right on. No wonder you knew about the contest.
You ought to play with us sometime, Ashley.
I left my guitar at home. But sure, if I get a chance.
Looking forward to it.
Hey, sorry. We gotta get going. Practice time, you know? See you later, Ashley.
See ya.
Bye!
Well,
Band
Janet is so
practice.
much nicer than Elizabeth,
I'm so jealous.
which means that she's probably gonna be a villain or something.
I'd love to be able to play my guitar right now.
Janet. The drummer in Tommy's band. I saw her a few times near the campground, but didn't know who she was then. When I finally talked to her, I realized she's really friendly and fun to be around. Maybe that's why she gets along with Elizabeth so well. She can see Elizabeth's good side, while taking her spoiled side in stride. She has a really big heart, too. She must, given how long she's been friends with Elizabeth. Things got heated between Elizabeth and me after just a minute, so Janet seems all the more incredible. I like hanging out with her. We both love talking about music, so I feel like we're going to be good friends. What's it say? Marmot Cub Troop? Is that the name of the band? A lot more family groups in this game compared to the first one. But I get to Dad's cottage, I follow the lake and go straight. There aren't a lot of people or houses around, so this could be a good spot to practice guitar. The weather's so nice, I wish I'd brought it with me. But then it might have gotten stolen by that kid, so... maybe it's for the best.
So that's the boathouse.
To be extra sure, they had to label the roof.
That's Matthew. What's he doing hanging around here?
Again, not like he said that he hid your bag near the boathouse.
What are you doing here?
Also, that close-up on Ashley reminded me about the amulet. And of course, I saw it in the inventory earlier, too. So I almost wonder if that's what the person was after. That lady might want the amulet. And then they're going to find out it's not even in the bag because it's around Ashley's neck, because of course it is. We'll see.
Ashley, I hid your bag right here, but now it's missing.
What?
Well, someone said they wanted it. They
I
probably
promised
claimed
that
it.
lady I'd give her the bag tonight. She was gonna tell me about my dad.
I think she took it before
Tricked
that.
me. She was lying to me from the start.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry for losing your bag. No, for stealing it, then losing it.
Oh, an apology. How you've grown since last we spoke.
Well, you did rescue me and all, so I wanted to return your bag.
I was a little harsh on you earlier. I'm sorry. I should have listened to what you had to say.
You're saying you believe me?
There could be some truth to it. I'm not like everyone else. But maybe I'm not as mature as I'd like to think either.
Thanks, Ashley. I'm sorry. But I did lie.
About.
My dad did go missing 5 years ago. That part's true. There are people who choose to disappear, I know, but not my dad. Something happened to him.
So just
I waited
about
by
him
the
being
door
rich.
for him every day, even when it started to make my mom mad. And then one day, she got so mad she started yelling, and then she burst into tears. That's when I finally decided to give it up. But then she got sick. She was admitted to the hospital.
It's okay.
After she died, all I wanted was to see my dad again. So, I decided to come look for him.
I get it, Matthew. I really do.
I'm going to find him, no matter what.
I know how you feel, but it's still not okay to run away from home. Your uncle must be worried. You should call him.
I know. I just need a little more time. I'm so close to finding something that will lead to my dad. I mean, I already found that guy in the sunglasses.
How is he related?
Is that who you saw while you were hiding?
He's behind it all. I just know it. He's been snooping all around Lake Juliet. He's gotta be working with the lady who had me steal your bag.
Oh, what?
He must be. He's so suspicious. This boathouse is the only place I didn't search last year.
If you came here last year and searched everywhere, why didn't you search the boathouse?
That guy's going around covering his tracks.
Are you for real right now?
My dad built this boathouse, so I'm gonna take a look around inside.
By yourself? No, no, no. That guy might be in there.
If you built the boathouse, is that why you had a key card?
What?
If you're so worried about me, you could always tag along.
You're not leaving me much choice, are you? It's not like Dad needs his hat right this minute. Okay, fine. I'll search the boathouse with you, but then I'm done.
Great! Thanks, Ashley.
Let's go have a look.
Yeah!
Updates to 2 unnamed characters. Matthew's dad really has been missing for 5 years, but he wasn't actually kidnapped. Matthew has no idea what happened to him or where he is now, but he's so desperate to find out that he ran away from home. I hope he finds his dad soon. Matthew's mom died from an illness. It seems like before she died, she was mad that Matthew cared so much about his missing dad. But why? Always crying and so angry, I wonder if she had a reason to want Matthew to give up on his dad. I guess she wanted to protect him. Since Matthew was so broken-hearted about his dad, I can only imagine how sad she felt when she got ill and was forced to leave her son's side. Boat.
How about this?
I should check the boathouse. I was gonna check, like, the perimeter as much as possible, but fine, we'll go in. Temporarily closed.
Locked.
What do we do?
Maybe my key card. No good. There must be some way in.
How did we get in a locked room before?
The RAS.
Is reacted to something.
Maybe.
This is just like what happened back at the guest house. Oh, I have to hold. Oh, I have to hold that one too now because it randomized. Okay.
All right, it opened. Now, let's search the boathouse.
Wow, that's a handy little device.
Apparently my mom made it. She was a scientist.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, but on the night of my 3rd birthday, someone shot her while trying to steal her research. She died.
Seriously?
Real twist ending, huh?
Yep, wasn't some illness, it was actual
I'm sorry.
murder.
All right.
Let's see what we can learn about your dad. Alright. What are our maps looking like? Looks like a notebook for managing reservations. The page it's open to has names of guests who made reservations each month. There's a schedule and a bunch of notes. I guess this is how the people who worked here kept track of things. These are files on guests and different boats. This is a lot of files and a ton of different kinds of documents. There's a large mounted fish on the wall.
Huh.
I didn't know you used to be able to fish in the lake. There's an article with an image of the winner of 1999's 26th lottery round.
Ashley.
This is my dad.
Amazing.
So your dad really did win the lottery. Mr. Crusoe exclaims, "The winning numbers were just the numbers that spell my name on a phone, then my age. Incredible that these numbers worked. I guess they're all my lucky numbers now." I'm gonna need to know those numbers later, aren't I?
Ah.
Landed some real lunkers, and I'll be back next year. Huh, fun. Let's see, his dad's updated with a picture. All the pamphlets on the shelves are dusty.
Huh.
Is this some sort of fish burger? Is this place still around? I kinda want to check it out. This says how many people are allowed on a boat. Cleaning service 9 a.m. Trash pickup Fridays. Looks like a note. Sea serpent in Lake Juliet. Shadow looms large on the lake.
What?
Sea serpents? Seriously? No way I'm believing that. There's a piece of paper pinned to the bulletin board. It's a list of winning numbers from 1999, from the 21st lottery round to the 30th.
Huh.
This lottery ticket looks old. Ah, sorry, I wanted the camera. I might leave that 26 lottery number, so now I got it. But if I take a look at it in the album, 27, 87, 63, 30. So we could figure out his name. He said his age is 30, and that was back in 1999. 278763. I mean, I guess there's not going to be a clear-cut way to try and guess his name, but I'm going to give it a shot. 2, 7, 8, 7. A. U. Yeah. A-R-T. Art. The 6-3. A-R-T-S... Oh, it's his last name, Crusoe. He's right, those numbers do spell Crusoe. I was trying to guess his first name.
Huh.
Figures a boathouse would have these available, but only 6? Doesn't seem like enough, does it? This certificate is a business permit for the boathouse. Table. Ceiling fans. Yacht photo. There's a picture of a big yacht. Do they also rent yachts?
Huh.
Wait, this wasn't taken at the lake. I can see the horizon.
So this is where it lets out. The air's so fresh. And what a view!
Wow, no kidding.
That
There's not a sniper up there, is there?
clock tower. I've seen it before.
You play Bayonetta? Yes, we get it. You've been here with your mom. Let me know when you want to say anything actually meaningful.
Ashley? Ashley?
Huh?
Check it out! There's something in the water.
What in the world is it?
Got a briefcase?
Huh?
I wonder where it came from.
Oh.
That looks like that looks just like the briefcase my dad used to use.
Oh, hey.
Right, that's totally not a generic metal briefcase that anyone could use, including like sunglasses guy. We'd need a tool, right? Let's check the boathouse. Well, if we were to find a fishing rod, that'd be good. I imagine we could try and get the hook around the handle. Or a fishing net. That would give us a wider grasp. I guess this is why they call it a boathouse. Kinda fun to think about all the fun trips these boats have taken people on. Or you could take one and sail over to it. Or row over to it. I guess this is all supplies for the boathouse. Yeah, there are oil tanks and cans of paint. That must be it. That guy looks familiar.
Oh!
It's an RC boat. Maybe we can use this. Got a controller. I don't think there's any way we can use this. We could turn the RC boat white to match the box for this game. Canisters are empty. Nothing in that one. More cardboard. Oh, you won't open it because it's sealed? Lame. Hey, notice the fishing rod. It's dry. Did someone forget to clean this up? Wonder if I could throw this life preserver onto the briefcase.
Good, huh?
Oh, it's too heavy to throw.
This is...
Hey, a fishing rod. Maybe we can use this.
good.
Or maybe not. It's broken. We could try to lasso it, but this might not be long enough. Yeah, I love finding the correct solution real early and then having the flavor text be useless. I don't think this will be able to reach. I want to see if there's any commentary in the description of the RC boat. Its passenger has a proper fishing rod, complete with a line and hook. The doll might be handmade, but it's hard to tell. It's nicely made either way. Oh good, we don't need to find batteries this time. Do these shutters open?
No good.
Doesn't look like it. I mean, they must, they just won't. The window doesn't open. This being repaired. Did I get the briefcase with an oar? Probably not. Or could you? Technically, if you, like, used the rope over there to tie a bunch together, I don't see why you would work. Hold on, there's a can of juice that I missed earlier. Ah! If it's that old, can I recycle it? I was hoping she would dump it out so that I could do the recycling. Because I'm supposed to keep an eye out for cans, right? For the recycling, unless that's just a flavor thing that doesn't actually happen. But I feel like it will. I think it can.
Alright.
Here's the lake.
Alright.
Let's try using the remote-controlled boat to get the briefcase. You can operate it with the left stick. Attach the handle of the briefcase with the anchor on the back of the boat, then drag it to the pier while avoiding obstacles. Press X to restart. Need to hit it just the right way. There's some other trick. This. Maybe from this direction? Hopefully people don't mind this motor sound because we're going to be at it for a little bit. Maybe if I just take it nice and slow and don't clash with the briefcase. Aha! Gotta make sure that I make it back. Oh god. Oh go. Oh no. Okay, I got a little worried about that. Let's just keep going this way where the gap is wide.
Nice.
There, basically just like Mario Odyssey.
We did it! This is my dad's briefcase.
Hurry and open it.
Seems very convenient.
Hold on. It could be bad if someone finds us out here. Let's open it in the boathouse.
Good call.
Because they won't find us in the boathouse. Do we have more ghost business?
The briefcase is locked.
Looks like a combination lock. Don't suppose you know the code?
Sure don't.
Then what can we do?
Try his lucky numbers.
Hey,
It's not 8 random numbers.
huh. Come to think,
He would always talk about these numbers he remembered. He told me when he came to this boathouse. He called them his lucky numbers, and there were 8 of them.
Matthew!
Alright, so that was 27, 87, no, other way, 87. Uh, 63. Did take a picture on the camera just in case, but it seems like I remember it. No, go back. And I think the last one was 30. Boom. Oh my god, he's in the Monokuma.
Looks like a floppy disk.
what's a floppy disk?
Wow.
It's like a USB drive for old computers. They don't really use them anymore. There might be something useful, but I don't know if we'll be able to read it. What's your dad's name?
Yeah, you can't read the name there.
Michael Crusoe.
There's a name on the disc, but it looks like it could be his. The logo here could be some sort of clue too.
Crusoe Resort.
That's the logo for my dad's company.
There's a box.
That's a test tube. Maybe he was doing some experiments?
It says Water Quality Test Kit.
I mean, good to check
Was
the
your
lake
dad's
water.
job to test water quality?
I don't know.
Let's see. There's this stuffed animal. Is this a bunny? It's kind of cute.
You know, okay, I said Monokuma, obviously, because of the black and white and it being vaguely bear-like. But it's got the bunny ear, which is a closer match to Usami. But what I really see looking at this is like one of the creative characters from Sonic Forces. I don't know, it gives me very Sonic Forces vibes. Anyway, we chased after Matthew. And then he got stuck in a well, and then we saved him, and then he begrudgingly decided to help us. And us him. We got his sad backstory because he also lost his mom at a young age, and then his dad went missing, and he's looking for his dad now. And we came to this boathouse because he apparently hadn't checked it yet, and we found his dad's briefcase, and here we are. That's about the oh, and we met Janet. We also met Janet. That bitch Elizabeth had another friend, and her name was Janet, and Janet seems nice.
That's Kelly's.
Who's Kelly?
My little sister.
You have a little sister?
Yeah.
Let's take this to my dad's place.
What for?
He's a scientist at JC Valley.
Wow, your dad's a scientist too.
Yeah, and he'll have a computer we can use.
Oh, and he said too because we told him about our own backstory, so
We can look up some of this stuff we found.
we both
That
know
sounds
each
great.
other.
I've always wanted to see a science lab. Let's go.
The name is vaguely familiar, but I've definitely never seen it.
You should probably keep your expectations low.
Is someone in there?
That's Dan's voice.
What do we do? He'll catch me.
Take the briefcase and hide.
Okay.
Ashley?
He's very curious how
Hi,
we
Dan.
got in here, which was, of course, our magic bracelet. Oh, that was another thing about how they built on the mechanic for the bracelet. They made me hold buttons the second time. I had to press some and hold others. Actually, it took me a few tries because I didn't recognize the hold command.
Why are you hanging out here of all places?
Well,
The door's supposed to be locked.
Oh, would you believe it wasn't?
it was open when I got here.
Weird. I wonder who could have opened it.
I guess you will believe that.
No idea, but it was wide open.
Practically.
Okay, I get it. But what are you doing in here?
Well, if I don't give him some reason, I'll sound suspicious.
Looking for my bag.
Here?
Sure. Here, there, everywhere. It's got my whole life in it.
Well, okay. I haven't found your bag yet either, but I will.
Thank you.
But listen, Ashley, no one is allowed in the boathouse. It's old and falling apart. It can be dangerous, so stay out, okay?
Okay, yeah.
I mean, the door did have a temporarily closed sign on it, and we blatantly disobeyed it.
What was that sound?
I didn't hear anything. Hey, did you ever find that runaway?
No, I was actually out this way looking for him.
Oh yeah?
Doesn't look like he's here, though.
Oh no, it doesn't look like that at all.
What will you do when you find him?
Hand him over to the police. It's their job at that point.
Oh. Okay.
We found him in an old house last year. Things got kind of rough. His family came to get him and caused quite the ruckus. They were all shouting at each other. Even the police didn't know how to deal with that one.
Maybe he has his reasons for wanting to run away.
You're really telling me police didn't know how to deal with a shouting family? Don't they have to de-escalate stuff all the time?
I wouldn't doubt it. That kid's been through a lot.
Like what?
Well, let's see. His dad was the president of a resort development company.
Resort development?
Crusoe Resort. Went under about 5 years ago. They bought up the land around here. Built the campsite, the cottages, and turned it into a tourist spot. But then, things went south. They went bankrupt after a while.
That can happen with a new business venture.
The company's building is still near JC Valley, though.
Oh, interesting.
This boathouse used to belong to Crusoe Resort, too. It's property of the lab now, though. It's strange how something like a rumor was all it took to shut it down.
Yeah, it's
Come to
supposed to
think of
be.
it, when Crusoe started developing here, they tried to buy that old clock tower, too. But I guess something on the business end didn't work out. Soon after, that clock's bell tolled its last.
Alright, a bit to go through. I'll start with the rumor.
So what's this rumor you mentioned? What do people say about this old boathouse?
That it's haunted.
Ooh, spooky.
Haunted? Really?
It's just a story, but not all that surprising.
Why? Did something happen?
Oh, it's just... What was that?
Ferrets.
I should check it out.
Matthew, what are you doing?
Hey, before you check that out, you mentioned an old house.
Where's the old house?
It's just past the boathouse. Take a right.
I mean, maybe you can help me get there and walk away from this house where no one is hiding. Because you see, old house, boat house, phonetically they're very similar. I'm afraid I'm gonna get them mixed up.
It's vacant now, but a famous photographer used to live there.
A famous photographer?
Yep, moved here from New York 9 years ago. Moved out, what, maybe 5 years back? The house has been vacant ever since.
Why did the clock stop?
The family that owns it kept it in working order for generations. But 5 years ago, the last surviving member stopped it. Sealed it up tight so no one could get in. They were getting old as it was. And then, after the incident...
What happened?
Their time ran out.
It's nothing. Just an old story.
I want to know what happened, but now isn't the best time.
Ha ha, time. Ha 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 ha.
That's my phone. Oh, I need to get back. See, Ashley, don't come in here again, okay?
Matthew?
I love how Dan just leaves us alone in here after, reminding us that we're forbidden from being in here. Doesn't make sure that we leave. Lets us continue to be in here.
Where'd you go?
Oh, well, that's the end of the Matthew chapter. Chapter 3, Unspoken Thought.
I wonder what exactly happened here 5 years ago. Did it have something to do with Matthew's dad? Could that be the reason he disappeared? I need to find Matthew. Where could he be?
We've completely given up on going to
What
Dad's
did Dan
cottage.
say about where Matthew went last year? Something about finding Matthew in an old house near here.
They always return to the scene of the crime. And since it's a photographer's house, that means they always get exposed. Speaking of things that have cameras in them, let's check the DAS. If my recap wasn't good enough earlier, this should suffice. On my way to Dad's cottage to drop off the hat he forgot, I found Matthew. My first thought was to catch him and make him give me my bag back. But he ran away from me and got stuck in a well behind an abandoned building. Who hides in a well? I learned a lot talking to Matthew, like why he stole my bag and why he ran away from home. He's not just a random criminal jerk like I thought. I decided to help him look for his dad when I realized he was basically me 2 years ago. We searched the boathouse on the shore that had been all sealed up, and we found his dad's Michael's briefcase. While we were looking through it, Dan almost caught us, but I distracted him, and Matthew snuck away. That reminds me though, Dan mentioned something happened with the clock tower 5 years ago. As we explored the lake shore, I remembered some stuff about my mom. I was pretty little in the memory, but I was worried about her, like she seemed different or something. On the shore of Lake Juliet, I had another memory about Mom from 13 years ago. I saw her staring silently out at the lake, holding my hand. What was she thinking about? I don't remember the details, but I felt like she was different somehow right then. Did something happen to her that day? So, that boy's name is Matthew, after all. He ran away to the lake, and I caught him after he fell into a well by an abandoned building. Well, I guess rescued is closer to the truth. When Matthew told me he was looking for his dad who had gone missing, I was sympathetic right away. I totally get wanting to find your father, but I didn't trust him at first, and I said mean things to him. I can't make up to him exactly, but I can help him look for clues about his dad. I mean, look at the kid, all alone with his mom dead and his dad missing. I can't just do nothing. Matthew's dad was the president of a resort company, so I guess the super rich part of his story was actually true. The company was called Crusoe Resort, and they were trying to make Lake Juliet into a tourist trap, with stuff like the campground and boathouse. But there was some kind of trouble, and the company went bankrupt 5 years ago. Maybe that's why Michael went missing? The clock tower was also sealed up 5 years ago, and Michael disappeared 5 years ago. What else happened here 5 years ago? Are there any other 5 years ago I should know about? Meow. Matthew's little sister. She loved stuffed animals. That strange little rabbit in her father's briefcase was kinda cute. I guess I can see why she liked it. That one must be her favorite. It was falling apart, so you can tell just how much she loves it. I meant to hit A. When Gina and Ian asked me to take Dad's hat back to him, they warned me to be careful about this creepy guy hanging around the area. When I spotted him, he sure didn't look like a local, so I figured this was who they were talking about. Matthew's been keeping tabs on him, I guess because he thinks that guy might be connected to his dad's disappearance, but snooping around the lake doesn't prove anything. He seems less like a culprit and more like a detective or somebody following the case. But that's just a gut feeling. Who is he? What's he doing here? And is he connected to Matthew's dad somehow? Dan spoke to me at the campsite. When he showed me a picture of Matthew and I confirmed that he was the one who stole my bag, he told me Matthew had run away from home 3 days ago, not for the first time. Dan said he's been asked to find him. At the time, I didn't know anything about Matthew, and I thought he was just a runaway troublemaker, but I was wrong. He had good reasons for running away. When Dan came to the boathouse, Matthew was actually with me, and I felt a little bad for not saying anything. But I wanted to help Matthew, because I know what it's like to want to see your dad. I was really nervous talking to Dan, but I did find out some stuff about Lake Juliet, like the clock tower and Michael's company Crusoe Resort, so it was a good thing in the end that I talked to him. I also found out about the dog a bit. A large dog that was hanging out with Matthew. They get along pretty well, but it isn't his pet. He said that it's just started following him around near the campground. It's too well behaved to be a wild animal, so I guess someone must be really worried about their lost dog right now. Next time I see it, I should try and befriend it so I can give it all the cuddles. Okay, it hasn't come up in these character recaps, and I forgot to mention it earlier, but Matthew said that the reason he stole our bag, I thought it was going to be because he was like desperate for supplies because he was living out here on his own. Turns out that theory was very much wrong, and he says he was ordered by some lady to steal the bag in exchange for information about his dad. And he hid the bag in the boathouse, but when we went back to the boathouse, it wasn't where he left it. So, there's another layer here. Someone running things behind the scenes. Back to Tommy, a college student who works part-time at the guest house. Tommy's in a band with Janet and Elizabeth playing lead guitar and writing their songs. Janet says he's good enough to be a pro guitarist, and I'm impressed that he also writes the music. I guess he's also really popular with the fans of the band. It's weird to think that the slacker who's always taking breaks in the storage room is, like, cool. That being said, I haven't heard their music, and as a fellow guitarist, I'm really curious to hear how he plays. Janet, the drummer in Tommy's band, she's really friendly and fun to be around. She told me their band is entering the Big Deal Band Contest. I'm going to enter too, but according to her, their goal isn't just to enter. She wants to enter, win, and get a record deal. And winning this contest is the quickest way to make that happen. Tommy has different motivations, but seeing Janet's ambition really makes me want to dig down deep and give it my all. Rock on, Janet. Elizabeth, the keyboardist and vocalist for Tommy's band. She's also the daughter of Rex, director of JC Valley. I first saw her at the campground, but she was so busy I didn't have the chance to say hi. Later, I did, and I regretted it. Turns out she's the worst. The first time we spoke, she ignored what I had to say and talked down to me the whole time. I just wanted to say hi. My mistake, I guess. I just don't get her. Her dad is my dad's boss, so I have to be careful what I say to her. How frustrating. If it weren't for that, I would have let her have it. How I wish I could. I can't believe she's friends with Tommy and Janet. They make a big deal about her taste in music and fashion sense, but I can't just look past her personality and appreciate that stuff. Why did I even come here? Rex, director of JC Valley. That's where Dad works. He's Elizabeth's father. Turns out he's Dad's boss, and that means I had better behave in front of him. He's a little intimidating, too. Who wears a suit to a cookout? And all he talks about is work, so I figured he would not want to talk to a teenager. And in fact, he spent the whole cookout talking to Sophia. I don't exactly know why, but I get the feeling there's something going on between them. Sophia, a researcher at JC Valley, one of Dad's co-workers. She was the first person I met at the cookout. This description sounds very familiar, so I'm not sure why there's a red dot, so I guess I'm gonna reread it anyway. She has a grown-up sort of elegance and a real beauty to her, but she also seems a little hard to approach. Even if my first impression of her is wrong, she was talking to Rex about work the whole time, and I didn't have the courage to butt in. But she works with Dad, so I should really try to say hi to her at some point. But how should I go about approaching her? What if she doesn't want to talk to me? I guess I won't know until I try, but it makes me a little nervous. Gina is another of Dad's research colleagues. When I needed to take Dad's hat back to him, she jumped in to remind Ian to be specific with his instructions since I'd never been here. He also told me that there was some shady guy in sunglasses hanging around the boathouse, so I was ready to hide right away when I saw him by the lakeshore. Gina's great. She's kind and considerate, the kind of person I want to be as an adult. Ian is another researcher who works with Dad. While cleaning up after the cookout, he noticed Dad forgot his hat, so he asked me to bring it to his cottage. I bet Dad's doing stuff like this all the time, forgetting things and imposing on everyone else for help. Oof. Ian told me how to find the cottage and also warned me to stay away from the out-of-service boathouse. Glad we did that. But then I met Matthew and we wound up sneaking in. I don't want Ian to worry, so maybe I just won't tell him I went inside. I think that's everyone. Right, we are fully updated. Yeah, this lake looks great.
Ah.
There's Dan on the phone. Matthew probably didn't go that way. Let's see, we made note of the abandoned building. There's a mine entrance back there, of course, we saw that. Guessing to the left is the old house. Looks more like a cabin to me, but... Is this the photographer's house Dan told me about?
The door's open. Is Matthew in here?
Hello, anyone in here? Sounds like no one's home.
Huh?
Who is this? These photos of the lake are all gorgeous. No one's living here, but they didn't move out either. There's still dishes in the sink. Did something happen while they were washing? That's a big kettle.
Yeah.
I bet you could boil all sorts of water in that thing. There's still sauces and dishes and stuff here. Why did the owner just disappear and leave all this? Footprints? It won't let me notice. Oh, there we go.
Ah.
These footprints. They must be Matthew's. So I'll check that room last. I guess the person who lived here liked books. I'll bet they sat and read in the chair by the fireplace.
Ah.
This is the photo of the clock tower. Looks like they took the photo from in front of the house. Keeping an eye out for any optional stuff.
What's this?
I would think you'd recognize the briefcase we
Looks like
opened
Matthew's
5 minutes
dad's
ago.
Briefcase. Matthew's gotta be around here.
I wonder if that gold piece on the floor is a hint. I think the top one is sunset and the bottom is sunrise.
Pretty.
Scenery here is pretty.
Huh.
Lots of stuff here, but the hutch is empty. Whatever was in here must have been important if it's all they took when they left. This calendar is from 5 years ago. Looks like time just stopped in here. It's an article about someone named Gilbert Moss. Says he's living in Lake Juliet. Dated September 9th, 1998. Not a very recent report. These articles aren't about anything worth mentioning.
Pretty.
Photo. Photo. Right, this is a tripod for holding the camera still. Bigger than I thought. Photographers have to work pretty hard carrying all this gear around. National Photo Contest Grand Prize, Gilbert Moss. In case there was any doubt after that newspaper article that Gilbert Moss is the person who lived here. These albums are huge and there's 2 for each year. How many pictures does a photographer take in a year? More than most people, because it's their job.
Huh?
Is this a bag for holding a camera? Seems kinda big. But I suppose you need room for extra lenses and film and all. Photography techniques, engineering your exposures, the magic of shadows, lens philosophy, composition revolution, the miracle of apertures. Are these all technical books about photography? No, that last one about apertures, that's totally a book about Portal. These 4 are all just beautiful. I'd love to have a pretty portrait like these taken of me. I guess you can ask Gilbert if they ever come back.
A trapdoor? Looks like stairs down to the basement. I should check it out.
Maybe he uses the basement as a dark room. Or it could be the bathroom.
Matthew?
Or both. Not sure why you would have it be both.
Ashley,
I've been trying to find you.
how do you know I'd be here?
Dan gave me the idea. He said this is where they found you when you ran away last time.
You didn't tell him you'd seen me, did you? Does he know I'm here?
Of course not. Don't worry. He's looking for you, though. He said he'd take you to the police if he found you. This is a great spot to lay low. Basement hideout's a nice touch. How'd you find this place?
Some construction worker told me about it last year. Said a photographer used to live here. He'd take pictures of the lake all the time. But one day, he just disappeared. And left all his stuff too.
Huh. That's strange.
They say he was gone in a flash. Huh?
Hey, is this you in this picture?
Yeah, and that's my family. I found it here last year.
Oh? Huh.
Yeah.
Those 2 are my parents, Michael and Emily. That one near Mom is...
Yeah.
That's you, right? You're so little.
Hey.
So the girl on your dad's back is your little sister Kelly? Yeah.
Is that the stuffed animal that was in the briefcase?
Yeah, Kelly loved that stuff bunny. She took it everywhere.
It's a great picture. You all look so happy.
Yeah, we were. We were really happy. Kelly and I laughed and played, and our parents laughed with us. Ashley? If Dan asks, please don't tell him where I am.
Well, we've come this far with you.
And he'll call the police, and they'll take me back to my uncle. And I never want to go back there again.
You never want to say uncle.
Look, Matthew. I understand how you feel, but you can't keep going like this. Why don't you want to go back to your uncle? You know, My dad went missing for years before, too.
Yeah, but he, like, said he was leaving and then
I
just
lived
stayed
with my
gone.
aunt the whole time he was gone. I get it. So I can tell you one thing for sure. Your uncle must be really worried about you right now.
No way!
Well, I mean, only if he's as nice as Jessica.
He's not worried at all!
Matthew.
He hates me! Trust me! He was going to send me to boarding school!
That doesn't necessarily mean he hates you. And it could, but not necessarily.
Boarding school? What would that mean for you?
He's sending me to some school in London in September.
London? Like in England?
Yeah,
That's basically the other side of the world.
I know.
But what's he got going on this side of the world?
He said I need to learn how to be a responsible adult. But they have all these rules, and I have to live at the school too.
Oh no, rules. Oh no, living at the school when you don't have a house in England.
I won't be able to come home until I graduate.
That's awful.
So, I didn't have a choice. I needed to run away. This is my last chance to find my dad.
Now that said, giving the kid a say in his own education is something I still believe in, so like this had to be talked out a bit more. I'm just saying the uncle's intentions aren't necessarily maligned.
If I get caught again, I'll never be able to come back.
I had no idea. So, this stuffed bunny's Kelly's? What was it doing in the briefcase, I wonder?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Why don't you hold on to it? Might help cheer you up if you're ever feeling lonely. What do you...
Oops. Hold on. This time I remembered I can check the backlog. What do you think?
No, you hang on to it.
Come on, you should have it.
I said no!
Huh?
Fine. Then I'll go with Ashley.
And then I'll make Ashley feel
I'll help you.
despair!
What?
You want to find out what happened to your dad, right? Let me help you. We'll do it together.
Really?
Absolutely.
Thanks, Ashley.
There is one thing, though. If we don't get anywhere today, you have to go back to your uncle. At least for now.
What? Why?
Well, what are you gonna do overnight?
Think about it. Let's say you keep looking for your dad. What happens if you never find a lead?
Well,
What will you do?
I'll keep looking.
You'll just keep looking forever?
That's right. I'll never give up.
If that's how you feel, why not talk to your uncle about it? Tell him how serious you are. I'm sure he'll understand.
I doubt.
Okay.
Promise?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's start our search.
Okay.
Our first stop should be my dad's cottage.
Because I was supposed to drop off his hat hours ago.
I've been thinking about how to read the disc from the briefcase. I bet we can check it out there.
Don't you think he'll report me?
Don't worry, he's at the lab.
You're sure?
Yep. Positive. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, quick look in the basement though. It sure is dusty. No one's used this in years. I wonder where Matthew's dad went. Poor Matthew. I hope we can get them back together. What's this? More photography equipment? I guess there's a lot more to photography than I realized. Chemicals, beakers, it looks like a chemistry lab in here. Developing solution. Fixing agent. Chemicals for developing film, I guess. Do you soak your photos in this tray to develop them? There's a portable electric stove among equipment for developing photos. Maybe they just used it to boil water for coffee or whatever then when they were working?
What?
Not sure I like the idea of a toilet in the basement. What if you had to go in the middle of the night? But on the other hand, what if you had to go during a tornado? Doesn't feel like they use this place for bathing, does it?
Huh?
Did they have another bathroom? This is film. Jessica showed me some once. Is it bad to leave it hanging out like this?
Oh.
Weird place to hang photos. Did they get wet or something? Weren't they worried about the pictures falling in the tub? I guess this thing controls the power for the house. I don't want to accidentally kill the power, so I won't touch it. Probably a camera bag. Okay, I'm gonna double check on cranes. Okay, no, we're still not to where the second crane is. I thought it might have been in this, but... Oh, getting ahead of myself. There's less cranes, but there are a lot more spaced out, it seems. Let's see, we had... Update on Michael, new picture, Emily, new picture, and Kelly, a picture for the first time.
I can take the briefcase. Got it.
Not too heavy?
Nope, I'm good. I carried it this far, didn't I?
All right, it's all yours.
Let's go.
Doot doot doot. Clock tower. Better hope Dan left, because he was standing outside here earlier. Not sure he would take kindly to us running by with Matthew.
Elizabeth?
Wait, what? What's with the face? Do you have a problem with me?
Not at all. Just surprised.
That's a
I didn't
blatant
expect
lie.
to see you out here.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing here?
What do you mean? Why would you ask me that? It's none of your business.
Calm down. I was just making small talk. It doesn't take much to set you off, does it?
I didn't mean it like that. I was just taking a walk.
On the bench?
Am I not allowed to go for a walk?
Is that so?
Let's go, Ashley.
Wait.
What?
Ugh, I knew it. You're that Crusoe resort kid.
Do you take solo walks often?
Sometimes, I guess.
Sounds relaxing. Any good trails around here?
Trails? Ha! No such thing.
Unless we're talking about a trail of evidence.
Really? You're local. I thought you'd know. Oh, by the way, I saw Tommy and Janet earlier. They said they were headed to band practice. Are you going?
What? Right. I've got to skip this one. Errands to run.
Oh, that's too bad. You know Matthew?
Of course. Everyone around here does. He's the son of the president of Crusoe Resort.
What's with the attitude? So what if he's the president's son?
You clearly have no idea, so I'll enlighten you. You should know about Crusoe Resort. After all, they almost ruined the lake.
Ruined the lake?
Yeah, and it was his dad's fault. First, the jerk finds this beautiful lake. Then he buys up all the land he can to make this big resort.
So?
It's how he went about it. The construction ruined the environment here. They totally polluted the lake. Some people would do anything for money. Destroying nature to build a tourist trap? Unbelievable. Selfish people like that are the reason the Earth is hurting. Oh, poor Mother Nature.
Okay, now we find out that the mean girl is the environmentalist.
Get it? That's the kind of person his dad is.
That's enough, Elizabeth.
I'm just telling the truth.
Even if that's true, It has nothing to do with Matthew.
Seriously? How can you walk around like nothing's wrong?
You don't...
I don't what?
You don't have any proof. Stop lying.
Matthew?
And that run animation.
Whatever. Oh.
There he is.
Hey. Are you okay?
What do you think about what Elizabeth said?
I think she didn't have to be so rude. She kind of made me mad.
So you were shocked?
Well, yeah, a little. Do you know if that's true?
Everyone says it is.
But you don't believe it.
No. But I get confused sometimes. I can't help but wonder if...
I mean, it's good to keep yourself open to the possibility that your dad wasn't perfect. But if you haven't seen any hard evidence, then I won't fault you.
I've been here before. With my family.
Oh yeah? It's huge.
Yeah. And this is a special tree.
It doesn't look all that special to me, but sure, tell me why.
I remember Dad used to stand here and look out at the lake. He always seemed so calm.
You remember.
I just thought Dad liked the view. And then everything happened, and now I'm not so sure. What was he thinking about when he stared out at the lake? And that's something I wonder about now.
It sounds like this tree's important to you.
Yeah. I have so many memories of all of us together here.
And your story about this plant, I mean, it's intriguing.
What was your family like?
Dad was always busy working. When I'd ask him to play, he'd yell about being interrupted.
Oh.
Mom was always sick, so I used to take care of Kelly. We played together all the time. Kelly was cute, but she was a lot younger. She cried a lot.
Being a big brother must be tough sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, Matthew? Does Kelly live with your uncle too?
No. My uncle said she went to stay someplace a long way from here. I don't get to see her.
That sounds really lonely.
Yeah. Honestly, I just don't remember. I can't even remember the day my dad left. When I try, everything gets fuzzy. It's all a blank. Not the last thing he said before he left, or the look on his face.
Seeing Matthew like this reminds me so much of Dee. Something terrible must have happened to Matthew.
At least this one's still alive.
Something that left a scar inside. Just like with Dee. Listen, when I learned about my mom, a friend told me something. He said, even though facing the truth can be hard, in the end it's always for the best. What do you think?
You're right. I need to know what Dad was thinking. That's why I have to find out what happened to him. The clock tower.
You want to check it out next? Let's take a look. Might find something. So let's go. What are you waiting for?
Nothing, I guess.
Time waits for no one.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
I need to go to the clock tower before we go to Dad's cottage. Man, they set up Dad's cottage as the waypoint so long ago now. And we have taken so many detours.
Oh, wow. It's so much taller up close. Promise me, Matthew. Don't go near the clock tower.
Ashley?
Yeah?
I changed my mind. I don't want to go. I just have a really bad feeling.
It's okay. If you don't want to go, that's fine.
I'm really sorry.
Why don't you wait here while I take a look? Just don't let Dan find you.
Okay.
Alright, looking around. Got mermaids now. I wonder if there are mermaid legends about Lake Juliet. I mean, they went and made a whole bronze statue, so maybe? Host is suspicious. I feel like I've seen one of these somewhere before. What kind of gadget is this? A security camera? Does that say Graham?
Oh.
Ashley, see that clock tower? Your dad and I once went all the way to the top.
I remember. It used to be open to everyone. I wonder if I can get in. Nope, not opening.
And I don't see an electronic lock.
If I can't get in, I can't investigate.
I can't go around. Just to be sure, nothing in my inventory is gonna open this door, right? Not that I'm aware of.
Hey. That was Matthew just now, wasn't it?
Who?
Is he after Matthew?
Do you have a moment?
Sure. But can I ask you a question first?
Go ahead.
How do you know about Matthew?
Not just Matthew. I know about you too. Ashley Mizuki Robbins. The only child of Dr. Richard Robbins.
What? How'd you know that?
A good question.
Who are you?
John Smith.
That's quite a name.
Seriously? John Smith? There is no way that's your real name.
Is that what you think?
What's this guy hiding? He's seriously suspicious.
The look of total mistrust of adults on the face of youth.
And seriously weird.
I'll tell you this much. I am not your enemy. I've always wanted to use that line.
I literally could not imagine a more suspicious person if I tried.
Yeah, but you know that means he's obviously not in on any of the evil doings,
Hey now,
right?
have mercy.
Like I said, Janet was the friendliest person we met, so clearly she's the mastermind. At least that's my theory.
Okay, let's cut the jokes. I'm not falling for whatever this is. How do you know about us? Who are you really? Now what are you doing?
Checking our perimeter. Can you keep a secret, Ashley?
You're not the first person to ask me that.
Usually.
You cannot repeat what I'm about to tell you.
Why, is it in a foreign language?
The truth is, I'm a special agent. I'm looking into something that happened 5 years ago.
A special agent?
You look surprised. I know. Hearing special agent can be quite the shock.
Actually, I'm more interested in what happened 5 years ago.
That's what got your attention?
It has something to do with Matthew's dad, doesn't it? Tell me what you know. Please.
Ashley, did Matthew tell you what happened 5 years ago?
Huh? Why? What does he have to do with investigating the resort and the lake?
That's confidential. Information regarding the investigation is classified.
Then I won't tell you anything. I'll conduct my own investigation.
I would stop if I were you.
Why?
In this world, certain truths are better left undiscovered. Would you pass that message on to Matthew as well?
Me?
Tell him for me, Ashley.
Special agent, huh?
Oh, he's special, alright. We got an update on John Smith. Let's see. Matthew's been keeping tabs on him. I guess because he thinks that guy might be connected to his dad's disappearance. But snooping around the lake doesn't prove anything. He seems less like a culprit and more like a detective or somebody following the case. But that's just a gut feeling. Who is he? What's he doing here? I'm just looking at the character portraits. You know, side by side. Right now. Yeah. Makes you wonder if they're connected in some way, maybe. It's Matthew's dad. He just changed his hair.
Matthew!
Again, I don't actually know these things. I am going based off the information the game has given me. I have not played this before. This didn't even release in my country until now.
Oh, it's you! I saw you at the guest house.
Ashley,
There you are.
I saw you talking to the guy in the sunglasses. Is everything okay?
Yeah, we just talked. I questioned him a little.
Wow, really? Awesome.
It's no big deal.
What did you find out?
He didn't say who he was, but he told me what he's doing here. He's investigating what happened 5 years ago.
Probably trying to clear his name.
Huh?
He wouldn't give details. Said it was top secret.
That's so sketchy. What if he's behind it?
I'm not sure. He was odd, but it didn't seem like he was up to no good. Hi, puppy. Good to see you. Now, where did you come from? Let's try to guess your name. Bonnie? Rusty? Poachy?
That last one's too weird.
Why, it's like Poochie, just minus an O.
It's not weird. Poachy is a very common dog name in Japan.
Huh. That's really a Japanese dog name?
And then that's how we got Ochi in Pikmin 4.
Yep.
You
My
just
dad
take
told
the
me.
P off. Except he has plenty of P's on him. But he carries the Pikmin, though they're the P's.
Does your dad know a lot about Japan?
Sort of. My mom was Japanese.
Oh, cool. But this dog's name definitely isn't Pochi. It's Princess.
And how do
I
you
saw it
know
on
that?
the collar.
Where is the collar?
You sure do seem like a princess.
Are you a dog or a cat person?
Definitely a dog person. I wanted one when I was little, but we lived in an apartment, so I used to play with my neighbor's dog after school instead.
Really?
Hey, princess, wanna be friends?
I mean, that's cute and all. I'm still neither.
Hey, so how was the clock tower?
It was locked. I couldn't get in.
Oh,
You can't spell clock without lock.
Come to think of it, Dad told me something. He said the clock's been stopped for 5 years now. I guess that means we can't get inside.
oh well. So, where's your dad's cottage?
I think it was just past the bridge. First house on the left.
Well, let's go.
Sure thing.
Finally, after all this time, we will get to my dad's house. I say, update on Princess. Her name is Princess, that's the update. Moving on.
Huh.
Blank billboard. Seems like a good spot for an ad, right by the path and all. Yeah, like I said, we just gotta get Dan back over here. He was filling the role of Hudson Construction.
It's locked? Dad's place is on the other side of the bridge. Oh, this isn't good.
Well, I mean, they want you to buy a key card to the campsite to, you know, get into your place. I guess that's how they manage that.
The RAS. I knew it.
Time to open. Okay, hold, press, double input, hold, double input. So now they're making me press 2 buttons at the same time and do 2 sequences.
Nice. It opened. Huh?
I would be really
Where'd
interested
Princess
to know
go?
how that worked on the Wii. Like, maybe it was button and motion prompts simultaneously?
Ran off somewhere.
Oh. Maybe we'll see her again.
They sure made a place here. Hey, you got mail. Can't check the mail. Should be on the left past the covered bridge.
Here?
Guess this is Dad's cottage.
Huh.
You left it unlocked? Kind of unsafe, Dad.
It's just issue after issue. How strange. It looks like unauthorized access from outside the JC Valley system. It can't be.
You're sure your dad isn't here?
Definitely. Don't worry.
Oh boy, wait till you find out.
Where's the computer?
I'll look for it.
Ashley,
Dad? What are you doing here?
I wrapped up at the lab. I'm sorry I had to leave the cookout so abruptly.
You said he wouldn't be here.
It's fine. I'll cover for you. You left your hat.
Oh, there it is. Thanks for bringing it to me. You have a friend with you?
Oh, yeah. This is, Mario.
Right, Mario saved the princess, did you know?
Yep. Mario.
Mario, eh? It's okay. Let me get a good look at you. Now, could you be the kid Dan told me about?
No, Dad.
Oh no, that's
No
Matthew.
way.
This is Mario.
Don't be afraid. You must be Matthew.
Huh?
I heard you ran away from home. You must be having a hard time. I was about your age when I ran away for the first time.
You did what now?
Will you tell me what's going on, Matthew?
Sure.
I didn't see this coming. Was Dad always like this?
Well, how could he be? He was, like, never around.
So I only have today to figure out what happened to my dad.
I see. You've been through a lot.
Please don't tell Dan about Matthew.
Don't worry. Any friend of yours is a friend of mine.
Thanks, Dad.
I hope you find a lead soon.
Yeah. Ashley, your dad is different from how I expected.
It's different from how she expected, too.
Yeah. I don't think my dad is what you'd call normal.
Huh? Not normal?
Don't you get it? That was a compliment.
Right, he was totally supposed to get that not normal was a compliment.
It was?
You two are actually pretty similar.
Are not?
Well, how was the cookout, Ashley?
Awkward. I didn't know anyone.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
But I met someone who knew Mom. He said on the outside I look like Mom, but inside I'm more like you.
Isn't that what Matthew just said?
Is that right?
I don't really get what he meant. I don't even know you that well.
Is that right?
Oh, before I forget. Can you look at this? It belonged to Matthew's dad.
Wow. It's been a while since I've seen a floppy disk. My computer's upstairs. There's a floppy drive around there somewhere, if you can find it. Just feel free to look around.
Wow. Thanks. I'll start looking.
But you don't even recognize the floppy disk. How would you know what the
remembered something
drives
else
look
about
like?
Mom.
Oh my god.
Did you?
Yeah. Sometimes the scenery here reminds me of things.
You're remembering things? It's possible. Something happened 13 years ago. Something that stuck deep in her memory.
Why did I suddenly remember Mom?
Well,
Do you know something?
I've been thinking. On the night your mom died, she had just returned with you from Lake Juliet. I've analyzed that day over and over. I keep thinking...
You're overthinking it, Dad. When it's about Mom, you always do.
How can I not? She's always on my mind. Especially since I haven't been able to say goodbye.
Dad.
Someone's calling. Hello, Gina. What is it?
The system is acting up again.
Oh?
The security system is behaving strangely.
What in the... It's just one issue after another. Okay, I'll be right there.
Did something happen?
More trouble at the lab. I'm sorry to leave you alone again, but I have to go.
All right.
Oh, right. There's a restaurant nearby if you get hungry. Feel free to order something. Just say you're my daughter, and they'll put it on my tab.
Will do.
Okay.
You got this, Dad.
Yeah, I guess I do, don't I?
He's so busy. We never have time to just talk. I forgot to tell him about the RAS opening the lock.
That's fine. He probably doesn't care about your security system bracelet thing when he's dealing with security issues. I'm sure it'll be fine. There's more to drink in this kitchen than there is to eat. I gotta remember to ask Dad if he's eating. Dad needs to take better care of his jackets. This is so like him. Don't come crying to me when it loses its shape because you didn't use a hanger.
Huh.
Dad blends with black tea? What kind of herb is he? I wonder what kind of herb he's using. I can't place its smell. Let's see, a few veggies, condiments, and Cool Pop. Guess he doesn't like cooking himself. Place around Dad's sink sure is bare. Jessica and I have all sorts of makeup and cosmetics around our sink back home. And with all the preparation of putting that stuff on in the morning, I bet it's a real time sink. At least he's keeping this space clean.
Huh?
I've never seen this brand of detergent before. The one we use at home smells way better. Dad should use that one instead. But the fact he's doing laundry at all is a win, so I guess I won't bring it up. So like him to hang his jacket like this. I can't believe he actually bought a special hat for camping. Does he really think it will convince anyone he's outdoorsy?
Oh man.
What a sloppy way to hang your jacket. That's the third jacket that he's hung improperly. How many jackets does he need? Dad's bag is stuffed full. What's he always carrying around? I don't need to call anyone right now.
Huh.
This clock is stopped. Bet Dad doesn't even notice. Just like the tower. Trying to keep my eye out for a paper crane, but I mean... Here, I'm gonna double check if it's this building. It just feels so weird that we haven't had one. Yeah, there's gotta be one in this house. But I haven't seen all the rooms yet, so... Guess we'll see if it's in his bedroom.
Sorry for the wait, Matthew.
Oh, good timing. I can't log into the computer. It needs a password.
Oh no. My dad just left for the lab.
Maybe he wrote it down somewhere.
Knowing him, that's very likely. Let's take a look around his room and see if we can find anything.
On it.
Okay, well, I see the paper crane. My residence on Lake Juliet. When I decided to join JC Valley, Rex, the director, brought me here to tour the cottages. This cottage area was one of Crusoe Resort's large-scale projects, but because the plans for the overall resort failed, most of the cottages have sat uninhabited. Rex told me to pick whichever one I wanted and the lab would foot the bill, so I wound up touring several of them. All of the ones Rex recommended were too stylish for my tastes. They just didn't suit my lifestyle, so I had a hard time choosing. Ultimately, I chose this 2-story cottage with a quaint little fireplace, mainly because it's close to the lake. After touring the other units, I told Rex I'd rather the other new researchers take the fancier places, but Rex told me not to worry about that. Apparently, I'm the only one. Sounds like I'm JC Valley's sole new researcher this month. Maybe even this whole year.
This is...
Something written on it. What's it supposed to mean?
Ah.
Oh, it's a photo. Why would someone write this on the back, though?
Maybe.
Maybe the other photos have writing on them? I bet one of them has his password on it. If these pictures are like the other, then there should be something written on the back. But the order's all mixed up. Come on, Dad. I might as well put them in order while looking for the password. This has to be it.
All right.
I should bring up the Switch keyboard for this. Wonder if capitalization matters.
All right, we're in.
Yes!
Now we just gotta pop the disc in and we're good. Let me see it, Matthew.
One sec. Here you go.
And it goes... Oh no. This computer has no disk drive.
So, we can't see the data?
He said there was a drive.
Wait. Dad said he had an external floppy drive, so it must be somewhere around here.
Let's look for it.
Under the covers. How much sleep is Dad getting? Even when we lived together, he would stay up late working. I'm a little worried about him. Nothing in the top drawer. Something in the bottom drawer. There are some novels here. I wonder if he reads before going to sleep. These Dad, you should throw these out once they're empty. This novel was just turned into a movie. I've been curious about the book. I should ask Dad if I can borrow it. This bookshelf is a mess. I want to organize these so bad. I would be in that same position. That shelf? No. In the box, are these research materials? Dad buys something online almost every day. One of these days I'll wind up buying the same thing twice and throwing one out. Under the nightstand? No. Okay, did I need to click on the books a second time? Seems weird that they let you go through these individual drawers and it's not where the drive is. Not in the trash. They won't let me interact with these boxes. Did these fall here, or did Dad place them here? The fact I can't tell says a lot. Either way, I probably shouldn't touch without his asking. So we're not gonna look under the books to see if it's there? No. I mean, I guess it might not even be in this room for all I know. Go back to looking on the desk. Desk drawer. Okay, here we go. This cable must connect to some computer. That does get hurt a lot. The origami paper hasn't been folded yet.
What?
Why is there a tube in here?
Huh?
Just some packing tape. Must be what he used on the boxes. That's Dad's glasses case. Couple pens and a notepad.
Huh?
I wonder if these batteries have any juice left.
Huh?
What's this?
Ah.
There's a slot. Looks like a disc could fit in. Finally.
How about this?
I need to connect the cable to the drive to read it. Well, then why didn't you take the cable earlier? Let's see if I can combine this with the drive thing. Wow, we've already used combining twice as much in this game as the first game.
Yeah. Oops.
Up in the disc.
All right.
Okay, I can access the floppy disk. A file popped up on the screen. What is this?
Open it.
Alright, I will infer what I can through these squares. Some date, Michael Crusoe. My company is not responsible for the blah cause of the lake water's pollution. Through the independent water quality testing I conducted, blah blah, I discovered that an unknown contaminant has been flowing into the lake for blah, probably years. I will ascertain what this unidentified substance is and eliminate any suspicion regarding Crusoe Resorts, blah, as soon as possible. Actually, is it? Okay, it is actually the correct number of letters. Like, that last word is the number of letters impossible. So it's not unidentified substance, it's But this unique... I will ascertain what this unique substance is and eliminate any suspicion regarding Crusoe Resort's involvement as soon as possible. I feel like that has to be right. I'm gonna go back one. Well, there's no way I'm gonna be able to guess the date. But yeah, Michael Crusoe. My company is not responsible for the... For what kind of cause? That's a weird sentence. I can't think of what word would go before cause. So the independent water quality testing I conducted with a not specialist. My company is not responsible for the main cause of the lake's water pollution. That could be it. Through the independent water quality testing I conducted with a something or other, I discovered an unknown contaminant has been flowing into the lake for several years. I'm gonna go with several. And then I will ascertain what this unique substance is and eliminate any suspicion regarding Crusoe Resort's involvement as soon as possible. So other than whatever device they're doing the water quality testing with, assuming that's the name of a device, I was also trying to think if it could be a person, like with a specialist, but specialist doesn't fit in that number of blank spots. But it doesn't really matter.
The data looks corrupted, so I can't read it all. Seems
I
like
can
your
read
dad
most
wrote
of it.
though.
It says, eliminate any suspicion.
Right. That must be it.
It's why he was investigating the lake's pollution.
And he figured out that this unknown contaminant is what's causing it. Do you think this is why your dad disappeared? Because he was trying to find what really polluted the lake?
It must be. Someone didn't want Dad to find out. And... I'm close, Dad. Ashley, I want to check out the lake. There's a water quality testing kit in my dad's briefcase. We'll use that to find this unknown contaminant, and then I'll figure out where it's coming from. This looks pretty old.
And there's only one tube.
Too old to use, that's for sure. How else can we test the lake's water quality? The computer just made a noise.
And there's something on the screen.
Authenticating DAS. Approach to connect.
What's a DAS?
It's this. My dad made it. Let's see what happens when I hold it near the computer.
Installing.
What is this? That's the phone. Maybe Dad's calling. Watch the DAS, Matthew.
Why would you leave it?
Can I play with it once it's finished installing?
It won't work for you. It only likes me.
Oh, come on.
Even then, the answer should just be no, it's not a toy.
Hello?
Ashley, is that you?
Jessica!
How's the trip?
Alright, I guess.
You should get out and enjoy yourself. Is your dad there?
He's at the lab. Something came up.
I see. Did he say when he'd be back?
Nope. He didn't say much, as usual.
Okay. I'll try again later.
Oh. Ashley!
Alright, and with that being the conclusion of Chapter 3, we're going to find out what Matthew sees on the DAS next time on another Code Recollection. Thank you for joining me tonight, possibly lurking and listening along. All appreciated. So another code will continue in the near future. Tomorrow, going to switch it up by trying out the Pepper Grinder demo that is available on Steam. Looking forward to that game coming out later this year, so gonna give that a shot. But alright, until the future, have a good night.